officers helped him and are now in custody. And state police just announced the latest arrest in connection with Van Buren and his sister, 28-year-old Lanika Van Buren, booked for being an accessory after the fact. 18-year-old Patricia Van Buren and 27-year-old Tashnia Randolph were also accused of helping Van Buren evade law enforcement by bringing him to a home in Mississippi. Two others, Len Van Buren Sr. and Angel McKee, were also arrested in connection with aiding and abetting Van Buren. Police say they housed him in the aftermath of the escape before he traveled to Mississippi. Right here you can see that he's being brought out.
Now, Gabby, he's going through a booking process. He'll eventually wind up, we assume, in state custody or and then possibly in Angola, or what are you hearing?
Yes, so what we're hearing is that he will be brought to East Baton Rouge Parish Jail to be booked as a fugitive before he's transferred to a state facility. The individuals prior to him have been booked at Angola. We don't know exactly where he's going just yet, but we are hearing that first he will be booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Jail as a fugitive.
And Gabby, can you give us a little bit more information about where police found Van Buren, just to give our viewers a little bit of an update on that, paint the picture there?
Yeah, of course. So we see, of course, they're leading now and reach that jail, but before that, they found Van Buren on a bench outside of a sneaker store at a shopping center off of Airline Highway near Interstate 12 in Baton Rouge. That is where they went up to Van Buren, approached him. This came from an anonymous tip, and eventually took him into custody. So this was a tip that led them to the shopping center in Baton Rouge, and he was brought there. And again, we see him leaving here now, shaking his head. Not sure there's anything being said in the back of that car, but that's kind of the details that we know right now. Len Van Buren Jr. being brought to East Baton Rouge Parish Jail.
Where am I hesitating? I'm going to take you out of here. Hey, right here, right now. We'll show you. Can you bring this one to the please? Thank you. Next deputy commissioner, stop the vehicle with supper violation 436 and 1792. You have your driver's license registration, insurance up. You don't have what? Okay, what about driver's license? Okay, how long should I suspend it for? The rest of it. Never put a driver on, never license, well, that's. Yeah, it's a driver's license. What's the first name? Joel? Okay. And middle initial? Last name? Date of birth? And where you from? Same product. What brings y'all up this way? Okay. Hey. Sir, you have a name? Do you mind if I get your name? I'm sorry. I can't hear you. Jonah? How do I spell it? Middle initial? Z? And your last name? What? How do I spell that? Are you gonna speak up on? WEINGARTEN. Date of birth? 7/8/86. Okay. And who's your this? It's your friend? Okay, this will take we get a fingerprint scanner, and then that's gonna figure out who you are. Okay? And then we're gonna put another bunch of other charges on you. So shoot straight, tell us your name. Everybody has an ID somewhere. Plain and simple. Insurance card, give us something with your name on it. Open this up. No. Hey, stop reaching and open the car. Put your seat still out. Don't reach for anything. You got a warrant. You got a warrant. Don't turn around. Stop tensing up. You step out of the car. What is this? What is it? Flashlight. It's like a crack lighter. Don't touch it. Step out.
Excuse me.
No. Get out of the car. You're not being honest with us. We're not playing games. Step back here. I don't know. You just got a warrant. I'm not making it up. It's out of Orange County. Yeah, you don't have the right to look at my computer. You can look at it once you see the judge. You have nothing on you that you need to know about? Anything that I missed? Anything they're gonna find in jail and you're gonna get 2 felony charges for? Okay, go ahead and take a seat.
What they did.
on support. Yeah. Can we check and see if someone's got a fingerprint scanner around here, please?
I thought they said one. That's simple.
Perfect. Let's go. Isn't that convenient, just like the last guy? Well, alright, so let's try to go over 60. 70. I got it. 8 to 11 on support again. Yeah, on call C's gotta be phone close. Oops. Go ahead, sit down. Something. He's got something hidden on him. Yeah, well, that's the same.
I'm just doing some shit. Yeah. I ain't had that. I don't even want to get it done soon. Yeah, man, I don't know.
Open one bag, there's another bag. Open that bag, there's another bag.
I could feel the universe shifting. Hmm. She ain't fuck me on this house. For real. I'm gonna tell Sean what he wanna do, but see what he doing. I don't trust him either. Yeah, they got
Yeah, that's true. Is that one of the calls? Yeah. Yes. This just looks like a bunch of random stuff. Double checking.
yeah. I got keys. Man, this little car. I'm gonna get that out. Everything so. I'm just a messenger. Who's telling me?
What's your name? Huh? Gabrielle? Is that your given name? Gabriel? Gabrielle? What's your name, bro? See, this is the problem that we have. Okay? I'm telling you, we are gonna figure out who you are. Okay? Your phone number, birthdays, and everything else. Now, we didn't ask anything yet because this guy's in the back of the car and keeps searching the car. We just come across this. So I just want to make sure this ain't like lab or something, you know? You know I'm afraid for affordability, but durability goes right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. Now it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do, do it for us in our referring. Welcome to the U.S.-Mexico border. This is the gateway for billions of dollars worth of narcotics that end up on the streets of America each year. And while millions of Mexican immigrants enter the United States illegally in search of a better life, we have unique access to Arizona's police and border protection units. We have the most dangerous job in the border war against people smugglers and drug gangs. Tonight, U.S. Border Patrol agreed to stop a huge drug shipment. Over 500, 600 pounds plus, so very, very catchy. The Maricopa County deputies boast an identity theft and forgery gang.
The average person will look at this and think it looks pretty harmless. I don't think it looks harmless at all.
And the elite SWAT tactical unit has stopped a drug dealer's house and a dangerous speeding sale. Take it. Around the house, you can do it now with your hands up. Right behind us.
Damn. That motherfucker was on. As hell.
Last year in the state of Arizona, over 350 tons of marijuana, cocaine, and heroin were seized in drug busts by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. To maintain security in the area, the Air and Marine Unit used Black Hawk helicopters to hunt down criminals and transit their workings in the U.S.
I'm gonna catch the eye of somebody watch. If this is going all over the United States, somebody gonna click it. We're gonna do it right. I believe I am. I just gotta get somebody, catch somebody eye. I had to pay for it too. You can go live on Facebook. Somebody's gonna stop by. Too many people. Everybody just distracted.
We've already found one pack of marijuana. We have one guy and one pack of marijuana. We still think there's some more out there, so that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go provide some support to the guys that are on the ground.
The helicopter stays circling above, constantly passing through information.
Somebody gonna stop.
We have good air support right now. The air support's actually suppressing the people down. These guys won't start running. If they see the helicopter, they're not gonna run. They're gonna stay hidden, which actually gives the agents on the ground the tactical advantage because they won't move. So it'll give us more time to actually look for these guys. Another way that the helicopter actually helps out a lot is the fact that it's blowing a lot of wind down, so it actually moves the bushes a lot. It allows those pilots and the enforcement officers on board to actually have a better view of what's on the ground. So it's a great bird's eye view for the agents on the ground.
With a possible 15 suspects still at large, Agent Jamares and the team spread out across the valley.
Bird eye. So you'll be able to see it in a pretty big, and we have about 40, 50 pounds each.
I was thinking for anyway. Too good one for us to.
There's no sign of the drugs lines. It appears the suspects have fled back to
Thank you
Mexico,
anyway.
which is only 2 miles away.
Traffic comes in from all different directions.
Hmm.
There's numerous different trails and cuts and washes where they can hide and try to circumvent us or go around us. So it's a challenge.
It doesn't take long though for the agents to find part of the shipment that's been abandoned.
We got several bundles of marijuana just up over the hill here. We're gonna go give them a hand up. Move it out.
As they search the area close to where the suspect was arrested, they find more and more bundles
You
of
know, Jay
marijuana.
ain't with me.
The loads are so heavy they have to be rolled down to a collection point at the bottom of the valley. With these evidence, it's clear all the men spotted were drug mules, carrying 50-pound loads on their backs into the US. Mexican gangsters used young men from poor backgrounds to smuggle the drugs. They were willing to break the law and risk their lives for the $3,000 fee, a small fortune to anyone back in Mexico. Agent Jamares gets a debriefing from the agent who originally spotted the shipment.
Where you are? Where'd you come from? We came from a mile border that way down on the road with Park. We spawned over here in the Highland Traffic area.
I
We didn't see any sign of anything, so we got a stop so we could look out really well. And
not one
on
of
a
these
quarter mile off the left side,
I'm just really waiting on the trash,
15
man.
people running down the middle. Suspect to be illegal immigrants.
No, I ain't good.
I know they were trapped.
Congratulations.
We got about 15 right now, and
Them boys, let's say what?
The team has put a lot of effort into today's post.
What?
Some having had to spend a week sleeping well
Some ain't right about shit anyway. People changing.
The suspect is let off, and the marijuana is
Cause
loaded
I ain't
into the
got
van.
no one about the book. I'm like, look at that.
Never motivating, changes every day that you're out here.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the landings that we did today, pretty interesting. Most time you've been getting ready to land some of these places.
I'm going on.
So that adds a little bit of excitement to it.
It's such a large hall, there's not enough room in the black hole for agents and suspects and the drugs.
Looks like we're gonna have to break that.
You understand?
Shots. Let's take the road out, we'll take the suspect and the agents back out also, because it's a long way for them to get back to their vehicles. Probably take us 2 trips to get.
Don't trust that. That would be. I understand.
What do you think? You see something? Today we identified containers that were coming from the Dominican Republic. These were manifested as avocados. So then you picked it up before you ordered. When we
All
went
right.
through the X-ray, we were able to identify that they weren't full containers. We identified an area that looked like it was freshly caught.
Right there, yeah. Let's get an answer on one that makes sense. All right, let's do it.
Just be careful out of these.
That should be good. Try to hit it with the program.
Mm-mm. I don't want to say what I'm thinking. I don't want to trip myself out. But
Make sure you have gloves on.
it surprised me. You tell me.
These commodities, we don't know what they are, and they could be deadly. It could be fentanyl. A small gram of fentanyl could kill you. So that's why we need safety precautions, masks, and gloves to protect our guys.
So they just don't get down.
The job is tedious sometimes, you know? You get down and it's dirty, you go on cruise ships, and you keep looking and looking, and, you know, after a while, it starts.
Like they want to see perfect is the secret.
And then when you finally hit it, you get the load, it's like, it's all worth it now, you know? This one.
Well, we go down, we put it into one of our test kits to verify what kind of substance it is, whether it's an illegal substance like cocaine, fentanyl. Positive for cocaine. All right, I'm doing 4 so far.
We got another container.
We just pulled in another container that might be loaded as well, because they're linked together. The search and the suspect needed to do this after.
Something. What it is.
You want to get some money in there, Nicola?
As you can see, we have various types of vehicles, various types of travelers.
Everybody's trying to
You
get
do
there.
your thing.
Look at the other.
My main experience in the 8 years working here with CBP, we sell audience pumping.
Some of these undocumented foreign nationals are looking to
Trust
better
that.
their lives. We totally understand it. The problem is these human smuggling organizations are transnational criminal organizations.
Don't trust
It's a
that.
money-making machine for them. They're putting
I know.
Anybody need water?
Oh.
Criminal organizations have no care for human life, human safety.
for these undocumented foreign nationals to circumvent.
They're holding big group, and then they're moving to San Antonio, to Albuquerque. If they were all the way to the north, they said that New York, Detroit, and they get $18,000 for one person.
We have a semi truck that's coming down the wrong way, down the bridge, and we have to have canine go sweep it. In order for it to make it to the United States, you just have to do a secondary inspection on it.
There could be anything from contraband and narcotics to people, human trafficking. They opened up a truck just like that not too long ago, and that's where all those dead bodies were. Can we open the doors? There's a lot of space in there to hide a lot of things. It could be false sides. They could have loaded up the baseboard. There's many places to hide stuff there. Initial hands-on inspection, nothing really pokes out at us at the moment, but we always want to gain that knowledge space. Negative inspection. This one here, more than likely is legitimate travel, but unfortunately, people have suffocated in the back of trucks like that. So it's very, very important that we check those trucks thoroughly for contraband and for safety of people.
Hello guys, where you guys coming from today? Where were you today? You do a little shopping out there? Just come over here real quick. There's no quick reference guide to the way people conceal items.
I look for passenger behavior, their interaction with other passengers. Are they on the phone a lot? Are they texting? All those things that passengers do, most of them have a meaning. After you do this enough, you can actually tell. Your passport, sir. How are you today? Where are you coming from? Come with me. The reason I stopped him is because when he opened his passport, he had $100 bills just falling out. What's your reason for travel today, sir? Oh. Where is the money that was in your passport? Show it to me. Why would you keep money in your passport? Take it out. All right. Make sure you have all your money, all right? Put your money away. Put your bag up here. How long is the program for? And it's called Green Heart Exchange. What kind of work? Where? Do you know where you're going? You're going to Tennessee. How are you getting there from here? Show me. Let me see. Who is the person that just Snapchatted you? Is that the person here?
Into the United States.
Don't answer that. Who is that anyway? Same person? No. No answer. Is he meeting you here? I don't understand that. Delta Airlines is in this terminal. Why are you not? Before I open this bag, I want to ask you another question. Are you bringing anything into the United States that for anyone else? You didn't bring anything for him.
this to me? I don't know. That's just the way I look at things. Your flight is in 40 minutes, and you're gonna have time to go see this person?
No, he's the king there.
But you're here. That doesn't make any sense. And this guy doesn't stop.
We were looking at different containers coming from incoming countries that were high risk.
The people that smuggle the drugs, they put so much effort into concealing it. They welded and riveted a new piece of metal in front and looked all normal. Back in the day, they used to just put pallets of it on there. Not enough work, man. It's really concealed deep now.
It's been several years since we found a load this large in one day. This is a cold hit. We never know what shipment we're getting. Guys work really hard day in and day out. This is a big payoff for us. We're very excited. We're contacting exercise. They're going to take the investigation further and search for what these drugs were intending to go to in the first place. We're getting 142 G's storage, about 73 subjects between each. We're getting it all set up and loaded. Once we send it off to you guys, we want to make sure that's good for everyone. Ready? We'll keep going.
Might be cold. You ain't that cold.
After a little while, the caller that appeared on the phone was his mom. So that brought things a little more clarity. Maybe because he wasn't picking up that guy's calls, the guy might have worried and called his mom and said, look, your son's not answering the phone. Why don't you try? And that sort of brought the inspection down. All right? Yeah. You're all set. Once I was satisfied that there was nothing wrong there, just handed him back his passport and I let it go. Be careful out there, all right? All right. Yeah. Yeah.
tiene claro?
So the primary focus with CBP officers is the gear at the port of entry.
Gracias, buen día.
But however, we do have travelers that try to come in where it's not the port of entry, where we as CBP officers cannot be. Our job here is limited, but along the border, you have border patrol that is protecting the border itself.
Border Patrol, our counterpart, will actually monitor the land in between the port of entry. That land in between the port of entry is usually used to circumvent entering the country legally. An AMO also assists by monitoring via helicopter or any other method that they're able to use.
Good, section here, George, come on up.
The Vessel River covers approximately 823 miles of linear border.
I see you from Joel's Field, so good stuff.
On a day-to-day basic operation for us, we will go out to support Border Patrol from the air. The pilot and the enforcement agents that sit in the opposite seat from him, if they come across a group of migrants, they have the capability of reaching out via radio to the ground components of Border Patrol and help them make whatever arrests need to be made in those situations.
Don't you think you're going down by 68 and start on the inside?
Unfortunately, these migrants, they come with a big dream. They're not told, or they are misled as to the dangers they're going to be facing. And a lot of these cartels or a lot of these human trafficking organizations don't really care about the people that they're pushing across the border.
It's a business. They're only getting better and better at the business, so they're finding new ways to always settle for a live or so someone else to live. There's some people right here. There's like maybe 3 or 4. There's another 2 on our left hand side, a little further down. They already are in the United States. They're already in. There's no problems with that. Yeah. This sounds like a job for Border Patrol. The Bush said the immigration is on the port situation, there's 5 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the Bush to the right, there's about 4 in there. Border Patrol coming in. Anyone from Asia? He just got the signal. Some of the organizations will sometimes they'll send 5 or 6 groups, and other times it'll be maybe just 1 or 2. They're pretty good about not being consistent. It's when you think you have like it figured out, they'll throw their ball. Right now, they'll all be searched, and then they'll be put into that transport van. They'll be taken to the station. Once everything, the situation becomes calm, just making sure everything's good, they'll do interview and tell the stories of their traveling and of the smoothing organization as well.
Agent side comes in, and what they usually do with us is that we trade off some of the cocaine so that they can try to track it to the original source where it was intending to go. All right, guys, thanks for coming out today. Our CBP partner's got approximately 150 kilos. This is associated to a large-scale drug trafficking organization. So we're going to attempt to control delivery down in the Miami area. These guys could be armed. So once we make entry to the location, get everybody safe and secure on the ground, do your searches. Hopefully we can get some arrests today. This solution. This operation, it can take anywhere between 2 hours, it can take 2 to 3 days. We're not on our schedule, we're on the next schedule. We have multiple units on the ground, and we're
sure we always have to be on high alert and just move forward and, try to pass it. We arrived at the final destination. We are currently awaiting any activity as far as if somebody comes and accepts the container from the person delivering it. So, we're in the waiting game. We got on that. It's not uncommon for the individuals to wait when there's nobody around anymore, businesses are closed, and they wait for, darkness to fall, so they can start, taking stuff out and nobody's really around. But I'm not too bad, so. The doors were closed. I'm thinking that they were kind of just like sizing it up and see if anyone showed up. But they definitely attempt to open it. So the two targets that were at the location departed in a vehicle that came to pick them up. Some units followed on the right. The target container is still at the location, and we will maintain eyes on the container all through the night into the morning.
Passport, please. How long were you outside the United States? What was your reason for travel? You have a nice day, all right? Thank you.
How you doing, sir? Can I see your passport, please? Where are you coming from, sir? Very. I just come real quick. I'm just gonna take a quick look in your bags. Place your bags secure. What was the purpose of your trip? How long were you there? A month. Yes. Okay. Definitely feels like Christmas morning. You gotta unwrap everything. But I don't see my name on any of these gifts. So I guess it's been a bad boy this year. Ginger? Oh, God. If it's not dried, then it might not be allowed. BQ!
Ginger is usually okay, but you can't be close. Something like this. It's contaminated as well.
It's a portrait of the passenger I was inspecting. It is really heavy. Give me 1 second, I'm taking a look at the picture. Just based on recent trends,
folks have been using picture frames as a concealment method. And so when I saw it, I felt the weight. My suspicion level went from here to there. And I have to take a closer look to see what was like. And I try to be delicate while still, being able to do my job and inspect the portrait to see what's inside of there. This is John Carlo. Satisfied with that. The material used to create the portrait was what caused it to be so heavy. Have a good day. Thank you.
Received information on a possible Cuban smuggling stash house. We're going to get about 2 to 3 leads a week with possible. We'll see if this information we got is any good. So a lot of our traffic will initiate in El Paso, and they're successful with their small tent. A pickup driver will usually pick them up here and take them to a stash house. Sometimes we'll run into a stash house and find 4 smuggled humans. Sometimes we find 20. Sometimes we find 60. We'll find firearms. We'll find narcotics. Sometimes they're gang related. That's where some of the violence can come in. They can have weapons holding them against their will, asking for prior smuggling fees for the family, and just holding them there. Sometimes the caretakers can go even further and sexually assault them, physically assault them. So it's important to go to all these houses, not just because there's a crime being committed, but also because there's possibly crimes being committed against the smuggling gangs. One thing I don't like about doing knocking talks is sometimes you go knock and you hear people moving around the house. Hopefully they're just trying to hide and avoid you, but they could be say going for an ambush, ready to retaliate against you. The more time you go without answering, the more nerve-wracking it gets.
Is there anyone else in here? There reports that there's being elevated possibly. Sure. Here. Yeah, we take a look.
Who does that? Yeah, the dude's highest. Since we're suspecting he's under the influence of some kind of narcotic, we decided to search the house for any contraband, firearms, drugs, anything indicative of human smuggling, ledgers, money, type of food that they feed on. We didn't find any smuggled humans in the house, but from what we know in the investigation and what we see in there, he allegedly smuggled humans in the past. He has self-admitted to being gang affiliated, and we're running some checks, doing a little more investigating, see what's gonna happen here. Over here, we received information on another possible human smuggling stash house. So we're gonna get off from here to there and see if we find anything there.
Every office is assigned a personal radiation device. This will let us know if anything within our vicinity has radiation. So as I was making my rounds with the device, the signal was strong as I got to the passenger.
Last girl. possess weapons. So we have to make sure that it's not an instrument of terror that somebody's trying to bring it to do harm into this country. How long were you in the Dominican Republic?
Duré 2 meses como vocería.
Okay. ¿Qué pasa aquí?
Ellos,
Yes, she had thyroid surgery. Well, I've encountered at the airport where passengers being treated with radiation is sometimes they put this dye in the person, so when they do a CT scan, the image can read a little better. So if the person has ingested that dye, it'll trigger this. And she supplied the proper medical paperwork. I will show the actual chemical she was treated with. So she's free to go. Yes.
You got a pretty good eye there, right? We're back again after day 2. The overnight surveillance teams, we're still sitting on the container. Multiple people come and gone. Every once in a while, they'll enter the container, go to where the narcotics are concealed, and look around, come back out, walk around. Once they make entry or access the compartment where the narcotics are, we will make entry. But as of right now, we're just in a holding pattern. One of the targets came back and has been inspecting the interior of the container. One of the ground units saw him with a drill, so there's a chance that now that it's daylight, they could be taking the opportunity to access the container, getting compartment. All units move in and grab that gun. Where's the location? Where's the location? Hey, car, go. Everything goes up. There's nobody in there. Once we apprehend the subject, we clear the area to make sure the resident is dressed for law enforcement. So we clear the container, of course. We also cleared the building that the individual was. We make sure there wasn't any suspects in there. And of course, surround the person. We have in custody. He's probably in the lower exterior of the drug trafficking organization. So we try to work our way to the next individuals that are here in South Florida. And then from that point, then we work our way to Caribbean or South Central America.
in Southern Park, New Mexico. We're gonna be looking for smuggled units inside this house. And if we do find them, we're gonna look to question probably somebody who lives there and see if they're the caretaker or involved in any way. And try to get as much information from the investigation to hopefully do an arrest based on probable cause. You got it? All right, we're gonna go there. Someone up there, they have this favorite car. This one? One of the silver ones. I think it's the silver one. Yeah, they said that they saw one of them in this house. Good boy.
So right now, those bags over here are from the Dominican Republic, and we're just waiting for the passengers to come and claim them, because in the last couple of months, it's been a very successful flight to search. ¿Qué país? Mexico, I think. Good. Is he a passport? This couple of them? Yo salgo un poquito de español, no mucho. Ok, necesito checar the pastillos en un cama, okay? The guys told us of the Dominican Republic, which was a flight that we were targeting for narcotics smuggling. And when I went through his luggage, I found pills that were removed from their packaging and placed into some other kind of wrapping, stuck in sneakers, which made it appear like he was trying to be deceptive and having them hidden from us. He says there's 1,500 Viagra pills. The guy has a lot of them when he gets arrested. Okay, thank you. It's the generic brand of Viagra, which is very expensive in this country, and where he's coming from, it's not that expensive. Here, you need a prescription. Over there, you don't, I guess. We're gonna go to the pat-down room, make sure he's not hiding anything, and wait for instructions. Solo thank you. Necesito checar tu cuerpo, ¿ok? ¿No quiere más? Ah. Who's the close for? ¿Alguien se las figuras? Entonces, usted tiene el teléfono, ¿qué tipo de...? No. ¿Cómo se llama esto? ¿Cómo se llama? Porque cuando yo me conocía a la mayoría de los mucho, que me había gustado. Vamos, porque ya creo que ya no así. Arriba, 1.000 arriba, 50 centavos, claro. Económicamente. ¿Cómo se llama eso? ¿Cuánto le costó las figuras? 20,000 pesos ubicados. ¿Cuál era el que tiene que pedir? You said they're 1,500? 1,500, la primera? What do you get out of the way? Yeah. Most likely you're gonna get seized. Okay, here's 300. It's the generic brand of Viagra. When we counted 2019 potentially be harmful, these are prohibited. Tomarlos en tu favor. Prosecution was declined and he's gonna be sent back to the immigration side. Because he's a tourist, he's gonna be sent back to his country and his visa's gonna be canceled because he said that he's going to sell them for $1,000, which is a violation on the terms of his visa, unauthorized employment. And he's gonna be put on a plane eventually after they take a statement and do it as standard rules.
So there's a group in there. He said they drive a truck stop and a group in there. I don't know if there's anybody else in there. ¿Hay alguien más en esa prenda? Sí, probably a lot. Sí, apenas. Pensé que me dijo que ayudara. Es como apenas los escuchan, ¿sí? Sí, vamos a ver si nos graban. Pues abuelito ya está mirando unos 85 años. ¿Cuánta gente hay aquí ahorita? Más o menos. Como nomás, yo mira si yo la beca, ¿hay gente en este? No sabré decir eso. ¿Le quieren? They talked to two slow humans already, and they said there's probably more inside. The driver that dropped off the few that was out here is still here. So now they'll knock and hopefully they consent. Inside this house, and you can call them out, stay there, yell at them, call them. That's what they said. And then go into the mall. Salga, policía, salga. Hey, come on. Vamos a ir. Houston, come on. Hold, salgan afuera. We continued the investigation, got consent to go in, and we found a total of 16 smoke humans inside. Ahora es aquí, como vamos a la casa. Of those 16, I believe 8 were from Mexico and 8 were from Guatemala. We found like half the group. Inside the main dwelling right here, and they were just scattered throughout different rooms, hidden behind televisions, in closets, and then the other ones were inside this aluminum trailer right here. The conditions, as you can see, are not anything that most of us are used to living in. That trailer doesn't have any air conditioning. That's where they're staying. Considering the temperatures, it's been getting this past couple weeks. Today we're reaching temperatures above 100. One of them could have a heat stroke, and who knows where it goes from there. You know, they might not think it right now, but I think we did help them out today.
that destination or that parcel was the New York area. That's where this is stuff. I think they're opening up that office, right? That's it, right?
One piston has been drilled and tested positive for cocaine. There's two other pistons that haven't been drilled. They're broken all three because it's not a common, it will explode. If you're going through the effort to smuggle narcotics across the border, if you're reporting cocaine, you may be importing a small amount of heroin as well, or fentanyl.
This seems to be this.
Where are we going? They were going to scale this in half. There's some way that this thing goes far that we're not making. I mean, if it's ready, you press something and pull it out, it's like that, you know? It's like a puzzle. They are creating them where they will hide narcotics, and you have to think of it as almost a challenge. So anticipate their ingenious method of putting it in there and how. See what the plan is at E6.
We're at the arrival gate to meet a flight coming in from Kingston, Jamaica. Jamaica is definitely a country of interest for us because it acts as a transit point for illegal narcotics. There have been several seizures in the past. There you go.
Because most people are here for legitimate reasons, you can't approach everyone as though they are guilty. See your guy. I'm a bigger guy, working out a little bit, so I know I have to put people a little bit more than big gloves, because I don't want to be intimidated by my presence. Speak English? Yeah, that's a lot. We'll say a lot. By speaking with somebody in a normal, calm, comfortable manner, hope that they reply that way, and we can get to at least assess if this person is trying to bring any harm or any contraband to our country. Simple thing is. Where's that by? It's up in the hills. It's kind of, it's up in the hills. Where Mobay is, where the beach, you know, is towards the Brownstown. You have to go up into the hills. Up into the mountains. You think or you know? You think that he was visiting his mother? But we noticed he grew recently nervous and hesitated during questioning. Just seems a bit off. How many is that house?
Empower your practice with a platform that helps you save time and stress less. Join Headway today.
Coming from Poland, manifested as cleaner. We've had seizures from the shipper before, so we're gonna pop this open. Nice. We got a slip bottle here. lot of times within the last year. You gotta be careful opening this. When you start getting involved with strong chemicals, if it's supposed to be caustic or the fumes, I don't like sticking my nose in something if I don't know what it is. We have a machine that will do the sniffing for us. Let the machine sniff it. This device has a library filled with thousands of different chemicals. They're just going into liquid. And there we go. This is a Schedule 1 analog narcotic, one for butanediol. This is a chemical that's commonly used as a daybreak drug. They'll ship it like this, say that it's a cleaner, but it's not. It dissolves in alcohol, it's used as a club drug and a daybreak drug. I've been reviewed inadvertently. Oh yeah, was that? I guess somebody was trying to get this girl, and I guess she didn't like the drink, and he said, "Here, you want this? Yeah, I'll take it. Whatever. You know, free beer." Come home that night, came home the next day. That's scary. So this is going to be seized. Just this little bottle. Stop a lot when you get a different way. So that's a plus. We're gonna package this back up, and we will see if HSI is interested in taking this for control delivery.
Hopefully.
This is Bridging the Americas Cargo Facility. We process about 700 trucks per day.
Aquí para acá,
Es como
they're coming from different parts of Mexico, South Mexico, Mexico City. Not we're bringing in goods from different factories. We just got the manifesto, verify the manifesto. If there's any issues with it, we'll send it in for a secondary. Gracias. Buen día.
Smuggling is a big issue here. These are large truckloads. So these are home run type narcotic seizures. These aren't going to be a couple of pounds that you might find at the port of entry or through a pedestrian. These are probably going to be hundreds of pounds up to tonnage that they're trying to bring in. It's deadly, it's dangerous, and we've got a tough job here in El Paso.
All right, let's see what we can do.
You gonna start on that canine?
The mobile enforcement team here in El Paso, we're a group of hand-picked officers that, through merit, have made the team. And our main function is narcotic and contraband interdiction near the border. Today, we've chosen to work in the cargo environment. One of the telltale signs of someone who might be involved in smuggling is that they use trailers that have been owned by multiple companies. So if you have negative, today we're going to be focusing on some of the trucks that are older. They have what's called shadowing on it. Shadowing is when you see old photos of the previous trailer owners on there. Listo, we'll take a look at it on the dock. So we pull the truck in for inspection and pick our interest. We're gonna get it all loaded. We're gonna get all the freight moved out to the dock. K9's gonna run it, we'll inspect it and see if anything comes up. We'll be looking for signs of tamper, fresh tool marks, fresh welds. It's all old caulk up here, up in the roof.
sure this product's look good.
Oh, this is Kindle. Canines gonna run everything. Canine has run a trailer, and what we found is that it doesn't appear to be any type of recent attempts to use that conveyance for smuggling. All the caulk on the inside is old. We don't see any forms of tampering on the inside. We're gonna go ahead and get the truck reloaded back up so the driver can continue on his trip. Right now, we're keep looking at trucks until we find something. Thank you. Where you coming from, sir? Is your passport? Just the one bag, and your shoulder bag there? Just follow me, U.S. Customs, I want to inspect your bag. I am Officer Bono, I'm a U.S. Customs and Border Protection Officer. I'm starting my 33rd year here at JFK International Airport. I'm only outside the United States. What was your reason for travel? Still work, retire, what do you do? Nice. Yeah, I know, me too. I worked for 12 years as a freight forwarder. I used to go to different airlines to pick up freight, but then, as luck or fate would have it, I met a couple of officers who helped guide my career towards baggage, towards inspections, and I found that I liked that. Excuse me, currently one of the senior officers on the peer team. It's an intel-based team. They generate lookouts and they pass those lookouts on for exams. It's a good system. We've got a lot of good stops from these lookouts, and we hope that it continues to be successful. We'll go down in there and wait right there. On our way, right? We have a person of interest coming off the Bogota flight. I don't see anybody yet, so, but we're gonna go downstairs. One of the narcotic targeters looked at short trip, how the ticket was purchased, frequent travel, so that raises my anticipation and interest. We want to gather more information about his trip, see what he was doing, what the reason he was traveling. Good. What do you say? On the days. Income. All right. Go ahead. Listen. Officer Walcott has put eyes on the person of interest. Once he collects his bags, we will stop him and do a more in-depth inspection, and then we'll go from there and see where we're at. Sir, I'm in the back seat. That's it? All right, come on over, let's check this out. Did anybody give you anything to carry? All right. How much money you carry? Nothing. Nothing, zero, all right. How long were you going for? About 3 days. And Colombia first? What's going on in Colombia? Girls? Yeah. Hey. Colombia is very interesting. It's a source country where cocaine is actually manufactured and distributed. So when we see passengers arriving from Colombia, we have a great deal of interest. And so where did you say about right there?
They got me on, we finna get caught. They got nervous.
So you've been more than once? Yeah. What many times have you been there?
most everyone has legitimate reasons, but there is always that 1% that are going to Columbia for reasons other than legitimate ones. Once we're here,
The future is won by those who fight for it. We are Marines. You were made for this.
Power Crunch. Light cooked crunch. Enriched with protein. This is protein worth craving. Power Crunch. Protein worth craving.
good? Proceed. Let me know when you're ready. Take your time. We pat down, there was nothing there, but we just had a couple of recent internal swallowers, so I want to get a few answers regarding his frequent travel. The passport was issued in April 2021. From the moment you got this passport to today, how many international trips have you made?
Open to the same country, I would say, maybe
8 times in a year and a half. Do you consider that frequent travel? Right, so I would agree with you. I try and get the passengers to a level where they actually have respect for me, because I show them I have respect for them. And just by asking 1 or 2 simple questions, if somebody's trying to hide something, it sets off a whole cavalcade of different things. When you travel to the same destination every time you go, is there a particular reason for that?
I did have a girlfriend, I was with her about a year.
And when did that end?
4 months ago.
So you broke up with your girl 4 months ago, you still continue to travel to Colombia, all right?
I got a new girlfriend.
All right. So I'm gonna be honest with you. We have a very bad problem with passengers taking short trips, places like Colombia, Dominican Republic, to do something that they're not supposed to do, all right? So I have to ask, okay? Anybody approach you while you were there to bring anything into the United States?
In fact, anytime I go, people I used to hang out with, they understand that I'm American, so anything can happen to me.
Right,
I make sure, like, we all ensure everybody's safe.
right,
The phone's away,
right.
zero trafficking, no craziness,
Throughout the whole process, the questions and the answers just flowed, and it makes for an easy inspection. Even when I hit him with the narcotics, I looked to see if the lip was trembling, if any sweat was beading, it was not. So, I mean, in my estimation, there was nothing there. Just about every day, we have someone sitting exactly where you are, breaking down, crying, yeah, I made a mistake, I shouldn't have done it. And when we see frequent travel, short stays, it raises red flags, okay? You're a stand-up gentleman, you answered the questions truthfully, so you're good to go. All right, thank you. We're in a narcotics team, and we believe that this person didn't smuggle, then that actually means we're doing our job. Get home safe, stay safe in your travels, take care. Yeah.
Okay, guys, today we are doing a controlled delivery to a residence in the Hollywood Hills. This package originally came from Europe. We're gonna conduct surveillance and see who may come to pick up the package. If the package is opened, we have an anticipatory search warrant that will allow us to search the geographic region that the package is opened in, take it in the house, usually search the house. If it's opened in a car, we'll search the car. This package may go mobile and we might have to follow out. So we'll see what happens. Right now, we are about to do a controlled delivery of a package containing GBL. GBL is a derivative of GHB, which is a commonly used date rape drug. So it's important that we are able to identify who's
Sunset Strip, up above Hollywood, up above all the mayhem. Really nice house. You get a lot of different celebrity, old-time movie stars who live here. Roads get super windy, super tiny, super narrow up here, but you know, it's all good. But yeah, you never know where we're gonna be. Sometimes it's super nice, sometimes it's not so super nice.
We're going to go, we're actually set up on the location. Location is just up to our right, probably about less than a quarter mile. So what's going to happen is we're going to have undercover agent, they're going to come up, they're going to deliver the package. So right now, it's just kind of waiting in, we're getting, all our units are getting set in the small streets here. Undercover agent is ready, and they'll be coming up and we'll be actually doing the delivery.
El Paso's a corridor. We've got different cartels that are utilizing the port of entry to bring in large truckloads. We're seeing a lot of fentanyl, cocaine, liquid meth.
We're gonna open the diesel tanks. See what we find. Trend is, they're gonna have men inside the cab, they're gonna have in bags, they're gonna have inside the dashboard, or liquid men inside the diesel tank. Well, we just talked about the diesel before. We got one not so long ago, and it was over 500 pounds. Listo, listo, listo. Vámonos. In the diesel tank, we want to see if we can get the net crystallization once it hits oxygen.
Okay.
You know, they just say, this is broken. Tapa el diesel, después abrir. ¿Tienes los dos llenos? This is pretty special that we can turn off the vehicle. Usually with the truckers that are here local, that aren't going far into the United States, they'll only fill up one of their tanks. But if they have both tanks filled up, what's that? This one is. We're stepping out some diesel and check out what we got. So here, it's a single truck trailer. We're stepping out the diesel. So we're gonna stick it in this tractor pool. Basically, what we want to do is we want to get inside the diesel tank and we want to stir it up a little bit. So here, you just mix it a little bit, mix it, play with it, and pump it up. We got the diesel. We got crystallization. We're trying the other side now. Looks good. Get back to the truck. We didn't find anything. We checked the fuel tank. We didn't get any results. Think we're good to go? Where you coming from? What's your reason for travel? Okay. You have a nice day. Passport, sir? Oh, you're a visitor? Okay. Follow me. Put your bags on the counter. There is some interesting stuff in your passport. Why? What would you think?
He said what?
Exactly. I mean, trip after trip after trip, and they don't seem to be very long, so. They
have your racing coveralls. Further enforces your story.
Smelly, you got oil.
But
This is another
red flag. Why would you carry an engine block in your bag? I mean, not for nothing. Looks kind of suspicious. You couldn't find anybody to ship something like this here? I gotta carry it all the way over to the X-ray. Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. You know, it's got plenty of small spaces to conceal things. I want to see what's in it. But I turn that thing on. The only thing that tells me he's a race car driver is his word and one bag that has cover over it. But I don't see anything else related to race car driving. And he brings this. Who carries this around in that bag? Does that look normal? See, the valves, the piston.
I don't see any orange, so there's nothing low density in the car.
I got it. It's gotta be 80 pounds. How much this weigh? Yeah. Still got me on why you would actually bring that in. Because this looks like it's too new.
Yeah, it is.
I know.
Hello, keep your friend, the ball ring. You can springs.
Right.
Oil string is on the
Right.
turn around. You see oil through there, right?
Right.
Turn around. So it's a few distance.
Right. These are the exhaust.
And something happens.
Right.
With the fuel and
Right. I know what happens when you blow a valve. Yeah.
the distance.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It worked out. It worked out.
All right. Let me get you some tape. All right. There was nothing there as far as substance to go any further with the inspection. No.
Why not?
Who's too old to go through this? No matter how many years you've been here, you just see something new or something different just about every day that you're here. Nice meeting you. Thank you for a few minutes of your time. Welcome back. Have a good one.
So the other congregation we just started over here, they made it delivered to the residents. So it's game time. We're good to go. We are playing, we'll just wait to see it. See that vehicle right there? So we have 1 year, 2 years. I believe the package is in that target vehicle. So now we're initiating surveillance. So we're gonna head back down out of the hills into Hollywood. Many.
you're fine. Relax. Relax. You relax. Police. All right, we'll explain everything in 1 second, okay? I said, we're gonna come here for now, we're gonna put you in the car, and then my partner and I, we're gonna talk, okay? Nice to meet you. We're able to get into the building, we're able to obtain the subject. And that's actually the box that was delivered with the GBL. At the end of the day, narcotics off the street, they're seized, they're not going anywhere. And we have others in the case. We always want to look, move up. You know, we can get drug dealers on the street all day, every day. We're not looking for the quarter guy. We want to keep moving up the ladder and disbanding. So any step we can get in that direction is a good thing.
Trends from the old, but one thing that we noticed in our past, so some trends don't go away. So there can't be complacent. So we're gonna look at after and see what we come up with. Cincy? Here. I got my team out here. We're gonna be focusing on refrigerated trailers, targeting the ones that are empty, because we got a lot of natural factory voids hiding anything that may be smoking.
Nothing temperature. As far as refrigerated units, we have seen seizures in the past, but it's pretty tough. They use heat concealment. We just can't go in there with our bare hands.
Hey, this is a good problem. But there's something in there where we're gonna have to go in there and get it.
If that one's empty, let's get it around to the dock, huh? It doesn't have any commodity in it.
One thing is to look at it right now.
It takes a little more time to look into an actual tractor trailer like this. We need to utilize canines.
Canine alerted to order mechanics. You can take them high up on the rear of the briefing unit. Now we'll have to actually do some more inspection. So this family, so they can find the source of harm. Oh, easy to go. Oh, easy to go. Easy to go.
Create your own sunshine. Britzia every day, everywhere with Jergens Natural Glow.
You need to find us.
I spoke with the sales team, and their main insight is that they're seeing figures that are increasing when we highlight product benefits.
I agree on that angle.
Nuance Audio is the new invisible hearing solution built into your glasses. Hear what you see, comfortable with open ear speakers. Nuance Audio, into life.
Bye, YouTube.